51-9 with 33 knockouts. Frank Shane is introducing the champion.
Weighing at 174 3/4 pounds from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the capable champion, Mэтью Sаад Mukhammad.
26-year-old champion, Mэтью Sаад Mukhammad, former Matt Franklin, won the title in April of 1979. The referee is Valdemar Schmidt from Puerto Rico as we see the tail of the tape. Lopez, 29 years of age, has had more experience, more fights. The weigh-in this morning produced those weights. 174 1/4 for Sаад Mukhammad, 173 3/4. Again, showing that Lopez not only is in super condition, but had no problem making the weight. We watched him work this week, and he looked super sharp and feels that he's in the best shape of his career. He also feels that at age 28, he's more mature. He's had 3 other shots at the light heavyweight championship. One of them a controversial loss to Galindez in 2 tries against him. And he feels that this is a great opportunity that he is not going to blow here at the Playboy Club in Great Gorge this afternoon. And we are underway with round 1. In the white trunks, the champion, Muhammad. And in blue trunks, Yaki Lopez from Stockton, California. Born in Zacatecas, Mexico, has been living in Stockton for several years. Gil Clancy, Lopez, over his career, liked to get in there and mix it, brawl. He was a good puncher, known more as a puncher. You think that it's possible for him to have turned around his style enough to do what he wants to do today, as you described, and that's become more of a boxer?
Well, Tim, from my experience, that once he gets hit a couple of punches, he'll revert back to being the same Yaki Lopez. He'll start standing still and try to punch with Muhammad, and that will be fatal.
Man who's been trained by Jack Cruz, Benny Casing. They brought in Kareem Allah about 6 weeks ago, mainly as a psychological force, and he is working in the corner. He's been kind of a cheerleader for Lopez. He just stumbled back there, no real impact for Muhammad. Muhammad is co-managed by Frank Gelb and Bilal Muhammad and trained by the veteran Sam Solomon.
Well, so far, Yaki's sticking to his plan. He's moving side to side and trying to snap that left jab.
Muhammad has successfully defended his crown 3 times, defeating John Conte twice, knocking out an overmatched Louis Pergot in his last championship defense. His first fight against Lopez, he won the U.S. championship in October of '78. Stopped Lopez in the 11th round of what was described at that time as the fight of the year. Lopez doing what the game plan called for, jabbing.
But Tim, his jab has not been effective, Tim. When you jab, you have to jab so that you imagine that your punch is going right through the other fella. He's just about touching Muhammad with those jabs. And Muhammad has landed some heavy body punches.
And a good right hand from Muhammad landed, and he backs up Lopez. First round action. Now Lopez getting a little closer, landing the left hook. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first round.
Well, you notice that Lopez forgot about the jabbing now, Tim. Now he's fighting.
He went right inside and started to battle the way that Lopez fans know that he can do. Judges are Frank Brunette and Paul Cavalier from New Jersey, and as we said, the referee Valdemar Schmidt from Puerto Rico. Final seconds of round 1. Round number 2. Yaki Lopez, the challenger in blue. The champion, Mэтью Sаад Mukhammad, in white with black trim. Mandatory 8 count is in effect. There is no 3 knockdown rule. That will be solely at the discretion of the referee. The count will continue after the bell in the event of a knockdown in the final 10 seconds. And that will apply except in the final round. 20-foot ring here. Lots of moving room for both of these fighters.
Tim, you had mentioned that the Scott fight might have taken a lot out of Yaki Lopez, but he did not look like a shot fighter in that first round. He's in with a real great champion, but he looks like a good fighter himself in there.
Certainly in incredible condition. He somewhat reluctantly told us during the week that he had the flu. He didn't want to use that as an excuse for a loss to to the very tough James Scott. But his handler said that he indeed was somewhat under the weather when he took that fight with Scott. Lopez preferred to give credit to James Scott, as indeed Scott gave credit to Jerry Martin, handed him his first loss.
Lopez has now reverted to fighting exactly the way he's fought all his other fights. He's staying right there now. He's not moving too much, looking to trade punches with Muhammad. He's standing still.
Interesting technique in watching Muhammad train this past week. Sam Solomon, his trainer, putting a sling around his neck and around his right hand so he couldn't throw it, trying to get him to use the left more. Felt that since he took him over back in October that he used his right hand too much, and of course he's got a devastating left.
Well, there's that Lopez jab that he promises with, see?
And he landed it several times. You know, you've commented that Franklin is insulted if you don't hit him with the jab. He kind of expects it to get hit with a good left jab.
That's right. And both of these fighters have a history of busting up, cutting. So we may see some interesting action here. Anything can happen in a fight like this.
We have under a minute to go in round 2. 15-round WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. Next week, the other version, WBA. Here on the Sports Spectacular, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Mustafa Muhammad, the former Eddie Gregory, against Jerry Martin, the man who handed James Scott his first loss. Some blood over the right eye of Muhammad.
And he just got hit with a good left hook on the chin.
Lopez working hard with Muhammad flat-footed over there. Final seconds of round 2. Try and get a better look at where that cut is. Round number 3 coming up. Here's some action from round 2. A good one for Lopez on our card, as Muhammad had been hit with a good combination and he slowed down over there and Lopez went to work on him. There is a slight cut above the eyebrow, or just on the corner of the right eyebrow of the champion Muhammad. Does not appear to be a problem yet, but could develop as we go along. Round number 3, Lopez in blue, the champion Muhammad in white. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, and Dick Stockton ringside, the Playboy Club in Great Gorge, New Jersey. Live championship action.
Left hook by Lopez, Tim. He's fighting with confidence, Tim. It's important. Big right hand.
Right hand lead landed and a good jab right behind it.
Muhammad's going to have to land that big punch, Tim, to turn this thing around. Right now he's a little confused. Look at this. Falling from feints.
Backing up a little more than Muhammad usually does. Next week's Light Heavyweight Championship, WBA version. Saturday, August 2nd, the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship here on the Sports Spec. Exciting Aaron Pryor against the veteran Antonio Cervantes, the champion Kid Pambele, a beautiful, beautiful boxer. And later in August, the delayed version of Pepino Cuevas, Thomas Hearns, the WBA Welterweight Championship. What a war that's going to be. Takes place August 2nd on closed circuit. You'll see it later in the month here on the Sports Spec.
And you notice that Yaki has completely abandoned his pre-fight plan. No more jabbing and moving. He's taking the fight to Muhammad.
Muhammad trying to laugh him off, but he meanwhile is taking punishment. Lopez has really taken the fight away from Muhammad here in this 3rd round. And he was landing with body punches during that exchange that Muhammad was grinning over. I don't think Lopez is going to buy any of that macho stuff. That's in the workhorse here.
That's one thing for sure. An experienced guy like Lopez, he's a phlegmatic sort of an individual. You're not going to psych him out. You're going to have to beat him. You're going to beat him.
Under a minute to go. His 4th attempt at winning the Light Heavyweight Championship. 28-year-old Yaki Lopez.
Sam Solomon just told Muhammad, knock him out. That may be a little harder to do than to say.
Now Muhammad's coming forward and jabbing well. A little more blood from that slight cut. The corner of seconds left, round 3. Now there's blood between the eyes of Yaki Lopes, and he may be cut. Good jabbing now by Muhammad. Right hand fell short. Final seconds of an action-packed third round. We are waiting the 4th round of this scheduled 15-rounder, and Yaki Lopes had a good round in round 3, although the champion Muhammad finished the final 20 or 30 seconds jabbing and punching well. Round number 4. Lopes the challenger in blue, the champion Muhammad in white. Joining us at ringside here is the WBA champion Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. And we'd like to get his comments as soon as we can get a microphone to him here. All right. Eddie, nice to have you with us, and a bit of a surprise, I think, in that Lopes, who wanted to jab and box Muhammad, went back to his old punching style, and he got off to a good start in this fight.
Yes, he did. But as the fight continued, he let Yaki try to take the play away from him a little bit, and Sаад came back with his jabs. Yaki's susceptible to getting hit with a lot of jabs. He doesn't seem to move his head. If Sаад would only press him and keep jabbing, the fight would be much easier than what he's making it.
Who would you expect to win this fight? Who did you think the winner would be?
Well, I picked Sаад an easy winner, but if he resorts back to his old tactics, he's in for a rough night.
What do you mean by his old tactics?
Stand on the ropes and take unnecessary punishment.
Well, Eddie, we're looking forward to seeing you next week against Jerry Martin. Some people are wondering why you took such a tough opponent.
Well, because I'm the champion, and I want to show people what champions are made of.
I'd like to hear that more often from other champions.
Well, I'm a true champion. That's why. You heard it from me.
All right. It should make a great fight for us next week, the WBA version, here on the Sports Spectacular at 3 o'clock. Stay with us here, Eddie, and we'll get your comments as we go along.
Yaki Lopes went back to his jabbing and moving style this round, Tim. This might be a good way to fight. He's fighting 1 round slugging, the next round moving.
That left hook from Franklin. Mэтью Sаад Mukhammad, who likes to throw it. Former Matt Franklin. There is some blood right on the top of the bridge of the nose of Yaki Lopes. A cut open back in round 3 by the champion. And there seems to be no further damage to the slight cut at the corner of his right eyebrow. Muhammad's eyebrow. Less than a minute to go here in round 4.
Great pace for a light heavyweight fight there, Tim.
Tremendous pace. There's Lopes jabbing again.
Well, we said he's back to moving and jabbing. Here's a big right hand.
Muhammad did not appear to be hurt by that, but it was a good shot from Lopes. And a left hook landed from Lopes, the challenger. Less than 30 seconds, round 4.
Finding a beautiful fight so far, Tim. Beautiful fight.
Been over and under, going to the body, coming up to the head, mixing up his attack. Final seconds, round 4.
Lopes said he was going to work that jab overtime. At the end of the last round, he threw 5 consecutive jabs, and they all landed. Piston. They were pumping out there. Now he's back to moving side to side again.
Tim Ryan and Dick Stockton, ringside, live on the Sports Spectacular, the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. Good crowd action. The referee is Schmidt from Puerto Rico. Little white substance between the eyes of Lopes, where they've had to stanch the bleeding. A slight cut. There appears to be no blood coming from the very slight cut suffered by Muhammad in round 2.
Sam Solomon is saying, slide with him, slide with him. He wants him to keep Lopes in front of him. This little been reopened between Yaki Lopez's eyes, Tim.
A real good shot to the kidneys and another right hand to the body.
Well, Muhammad is so strong, Tim. He's a physically strong, very, very physically strong. That's what we doubted before the fight. If Lopez had the strength to keep him off. Here comes Lopez behind that jab.
Lopez working hard. Muhammad was more off balance. Some of the crowd here thought that he'd been knocked back, but he was backed up by the jabbing of Lopez and momentarily lost his balance. No damage done.
Now Lopez is coming forward, Tim.
Yes, he is. Banging to the body. And a good right hand to the chin. Muhammad kind of resting on the ropes. That gives Lopez plenty opportunity to score. Under a minute to go, round 5. Smiling Muhammad taunting Lopez. And meanwhile, Yaki piling up the points.
That's correct.
Now Muhammad comes to the attack and scored with a good left hook. Well, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, this is what Muhammad was doing in this round. He said he shouldn't be doing, kind of standing there and taking those punches. I'm not sure we had your mic open, Eddie, but we'll come back to you. Fifth round. Champion now on the attack, but Lopez fighting well out of the corner. Final seconds of the fifth round. Lopez scoring to the body. You are looking at the challenger, Yaki Lopez on the left, the champion, Mэтью Саад Mухhamмad, now circling to the left of the ring. Round number 6. It's been a real good action fight through the first 5 rounds. Gil Clancy and I have Yaki Lopez ahead on our cards. Scoring by the referee, Valdemar Schmidt, and 2 judges from New Jersey, Frank Brunette and Paul Cavalier.
Tim, on that action inside last round, Muhammad naturally is the stronger of the two, but Yaki Lopez is throwing his punches more precise, more correct, and he got the better of that last exchange inside at the end of that last round, and now he's back with that jab again.
You mentioned we have Eddie Mustafa Muhammad with us, a WBA champion who will be on the Sports Spec next week defending against Jerry Martin. The mic wasn't open last round, so let's go back to that same question. Eddie, you said that what Muhammad shouldn't do was stand there and take the punishment, and he did it again in round 5, but he's on the attack now.
That's what he should be doing, relying mainly on his jab to work inside because he's the strong of the two.
A good exchange going right here between Lopez and Muhammad. Equal scoring, and they're just going toe-to-toe. I'd like to alert our stations along the line of his station break at the end of this round. Good uppercut from Lopez landed. Muhammad going right with him.
His hand speed is better than Muhammad's, and he's throwing his punches with pinpoint accuracy, Tim. Muhammad's going to have to land the big one.
Don't forget, we're going to a station break at the end of this round. Round number 6 we're in, and it's been an action fight from the start.
Tim, I don't know whether it was the body punches or what, but Muhammad's mouth is open. That's an indication that he's a little tired.
And that's the first time he's tried to literally tie him up.
He's a little tired right now, but he's a well-conditioned athlete. He'll get his second win.
Under a minute to go.
He's looking for it now, though.
Under a minute left in round 6. Well, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, we wish you best of luck next week here at the Sports Spectacular. Thanks for dropping by with your comments. Perhaps we'll get a chance to chat to you near the end of this fight. 6th round action. It's been a dandy. Lopez fighting with a special fury in this 4th bid for the title.
Finding a smart fight. He's changing, using a jab, going back to the body, going back up to the head. He's doing it all right now.
20 seconds remaining in the 6th round. Today's CBS Sports Spectacular will continue after this word from your local station. Round number 7, scheduled for 15. The champion, Mэтью Саад Mухhamмad, in white, has got his hands full with the challenger, Yaki Lopez.
Tim, at the end of that last round, Muhammad was in a little trouble. He got hit with a lot of good punches. Now I noticed that they put a lot of heavy Vaseline over Yaki's both eyes, hoping that he doesn't bust bust up.
Well, he has a slight cut between the eyes. Muhammad had a slight cut at the corner of the right eyebrow way back in round 2 that has not had any further damage done to it.
Sam Solomon is screaming at Muhammad, get off, get off, get off. He's already said it 20 times this round. Here he just said it again.
Lopez has been magnificent through the first 6 rounds. On our cards, we have him comfortably ahead in this fight, but of course, that doesn't mean a thing the way everybody sees boxing so subjectively. But it would certainly appear that by any objective standard, he is leading this fight. Sam Solomon exhorting his man from the corner, the veteran trainer, Sonny Liston, among others.
He's telling Muhammad not to let Yaki rest, but it's Muhammad that's tired.
You're right, his mouth has been open since the middle of round number 6. He's breathing more heavily than Lopez at this point. Good left hook from Muhammad. That's his best punch, well known for, but Lopez comes right back at it. Takes to the body himself. Lopez firing away here, up and down, to the body and the head.
Very cool, Tim. Very, very cool. He's picking the spots he feints first.
Yaki Lopez, a new father. He has a 2-week-old son, Alvaro.
Well, it's always been my superstition that a new baby brings you a lot of luck, Tim. And right now it looks like that's what's happening with Yaki Lopez.
A big baby, too, 11.1 pounds. His wife, Beatrice, is here with his other boy, Yaki, 3-year-old Yaki. Raising left hook from Yaki Lopez. Under a minute to go, round 7. Oh, good left there. That jolted Lopez. The best punch of the fight for Muhammad. A short left hook. Muhammad trying to press to that advantage. But Lopez battles him back. And lands the jab.
Those are the kind of jabs I was talking about, Tim, because in one side and comes out the back of your head. They're stiff jabs.
Under 30 seconds to go, round 7. Lopez took that real good shot and did not let it bother him at all. Muhammad showing again a little fatigue. Muhammad can't seem to get 2 or 3 crisp punches together, and that's the end of round 7. And also, you'll see action from the Tour de France. The king and his court softball team, they're always fun to watch, and the Swamp Buggy Championships. It all starts here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the CBS Sports Spectacular. Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy and Dick Stockton. Round number 8 of a terrific light heavyweight championship fight, WBC version. The champion is on the right and white. Yaki Lopez, the challenger in blue.
Muhammad came after him at the start of this round with a little faster pace, Tim. He just seems to be walking after him now. This may be that second win we were talking about. We'll see.
Lopez with a furious exchange.
But Lopez is now cut badly, Tim. Looks like he's cut badly.
I think it's the same cut that's been reopened between his eyes. And that could develop into a factor here, and he has been doing a great job so far. Muhammad, no doubt, will try to take advantage of that.
It looks like it's a cut now over the right eye, Tim. Yeah, it's a bad one.
We'll be watching it closely. And Lopez, who has been the dominant force through this fight from the second round on, now in trouble with the cut. And Muhammad, sensing it, going to work. Lopez flat-footed against the ropes. He hasn't been there before. That's not where he can stay. The champion solidly landing now.
Lopez is picking a lot of them off
action from round 8, and you could have picked any 10 seconds of that round. It was tremendous. Lopez finally up against the ropes for the first time in the whole fight, but he battled his way out right there as he literally backed Muhammad out into the middle of the ring. Now they're working on that cut, and Gil, I think it's the same one. Between the eyes, it simply got opened up a little bit more. It didn't look like they had done anything else except to work on the same spot.
Well, the referee has taken the Vaseline off the cut. He took that to protect the Vaseline off the cut. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. It was a little heavy, but you leave something on there for protection.
It is round number 9. The referee is Valdemar Schmidt from Puerto Rico, appointed by the WBC. This is the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. Next week, the WBA version, here on the Sports Spectacular. And August 2nd, Aaron Pryor and Antonio Cervantes for the Junior Welterweight Championship in the WBA. That should be a dandy.
Big right hand swing by Muhammad, and it landed. That's that strength, Tim. He has the strength.
9th round scheduled for 15. Lopez in blue, the champion Muhammad in white.
Again, Sam Solomon is saying, don't let him rest, don't let him rest. But I think they both need a rest after that great last round.
We've had a furious pace here right from the opening bell. The crowd here has been very involved in this fight. Anybody would have to be. It's been action-packed. There's a lot of emotion. The 4th try at the title for Yaki Lopez, 28 years of age, from Stockton, California. The champion defending for the 4th time. Mэтью Sаад Mухammad, the orphan from Philadelphia. It seems to me that Muhammad doesn't have the same snap in his punches that he had a couple of rounds ago.
Well, they're both tired, Tim, and you know he's mostly an arm puncher anyhow. He depends on those big muscles, and fellas with big muscles have a tendency to get tired.
Pace is finally slowed here in the 9th round, as to be expected. The champion has got to make something happen the way we see this fight at this point.
Job on the cuts with Yaki Lopez. There's no blood at all. Maybe it was Waldemar Schmidt when he put that pressure on when he took the grease off. Anyway, he's not bleeding, so it's not a factor right now.
Joe Guzman and Hank Berkeley are the 2 men working in the corner. Yaki Lopez, less than a minute to go, round 9. There's that uppercut lead by Muhammad. He snuck that one through, not with great impact, but he did land it.
Taking a timeout this round. Well deserved, too.
Under 30 seconds to go in the 9th round. In October on the Sports Spectacular, the WBA Heavyweight Championship. Mike Weaver and Harry Coetzee, October 25th. In Botswana. Final seconds of the 9th round. Joined us, it's been a dandy, and we have Lopez ahead, although Muhammad came back in round 9 as Lopez, Gil Clancy aptly put it, took a bit of a rest, well deserved. He had been the dominant force from round 2 through round 8, at least the way we see it.
You know, Tim, sometimes when you fight in one gear and then you turn yourself off the way he did last round, you have trouble getting it back again. He has to get back, and he's got to fight in that same gear he fought earlier. And I know it's tough, I know he's tired, but that's what he's going to have to do if he wants to keep going away and win this championship.
The slight cut between the eyes, top of the bridge of the nose of Lopez, has not developed into a serious factor thus far. And there is no sign of blood on that small cut. The corner of the right eyebrow of Muhammad suffered way back in the 2nd round. Muhammad digs to the body with a good solid left hook.
Lopez, now the blood is there again. A solid punches. He's got to have to take the play back away because Muhammad has to play now. And here's a good combination by Muhammad.
Muhammad on the attack and lands a 2nd combination. And the champion coming alive here in the 10th round has to know that he's behind. And his corner has been trying to get him to start first in every round. Lopez hadn't let him do it, but this is a good start in the 10th here for Muhammad.
Lopez right now is not offering any offense at all, Tim. Last round and this round, no offense. He has to have Muhammad respect him at all times in there, or he's just going to walk in and take him apart.
Under a minute to go in the 10th round. Two weary warriors, but still throwing heavy leather. Short left from Lopez landed. Muhammad back on the ropes, getting a little rest here, and Lopez has done well whenever Muhammad has done that.
And they're screaming at Muhammad to get out of there, get off the ropes. Either he doesn't want to or he can't.
Under 30 seconds to go, 20 seconds left in round 10. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, and Dick Stockton, a tremendous light heavyweight championship fight. Beautiful, bright, sunny day.
Referee took time. The tape came loose on Lopez's glove.
Time will be called. They will have to finish the rounds. Time is stopped as they repair the tape that was coming loose on Lopez's glove. Pick up the time when referee Schmidt resumes action.
We almost had something happen here. Waldemar was holding Lopez's hands and he almost got nailed.
And that brings the round to a close. Round number 10. The Tour de France on the CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday and Sunday, and our Dick Stockton's going to be over there, lucky guy in beautiful Paris, to watch the finish of the Tour de France, and that is always an exciting international event. You'll see it here, along with the light heavyweight championship WBA version, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad and Jerry Martin, and that should be a dandy. It'll be hard to top this one today. The challenger, Yaki Lopez, the champion, Mэтью Саад Mухammad, and they have been to war. We are in the 11th round.
Well, the last time they met, Tim, Muhammad stopped him in the 11th round. Let's see if it's a jinx round for Lopez, or let's find out what happens.
Again, in Lopez's corner, they did a good job in stopping the bleeding from that cut. Muhammad has not been able to really open it enough to make it a factor in the fight thus far.
Now, Lopez is moving around the ring, but when you move, you have to jab. He's moving around and he's not moving his hands.
Muhammad on the attack.
Not moving his hands.
Lopez now gets the jab going.
Jab and a hook. Hooked off the jab. And there's 4 more jabs.
Lopez defending well against that combination from Muhammad. Locked him with the gloves. Both showing some signs of fatigue here. Muhammad can't afford to load up, but it looks like maybe that's all he's going to be able to do on a good slapping left hook from Lopez landed.
Right now, Muhammad is forcing his punches, Tim. Looks like they've lost a little snap, and he's trying to put a little too much into them. That's why he's missing. He's being out-jabbed, too.
Little blood again from that cut between the eyes of Lopez. That appears serious at this moment. Now the champion on the attack again. Lopez took a hard left hook on the arms, but Muhammad stayed right on it. Neither fighter able to land a heavy blow in that exchange.
We may see Lopez rally at the end of this round. Muhammad looks weary to me, Tim.
Less than a minute to go in round number 11 of a grueling light heavyweight championship fight.
I think Lopez can take it from him right now, Tim. He just goes and pushes him back.
The last time they met, it was Matthew Franklin who stopped Lopez in the 11th round. The same Matthew Franklin, now Mэтью Саад Mухammad. Less than 30 seconds to go in the 11th round. Again, Lopez defending well, taking that hook on the arm and elbow.
Needs more offense now, though, Tim, because he's got a slow target in front of him. Slow target and a tired target.
Final seconds of the 11th round, and the grueling pace showing its effect on both of these fighters. and his staff spent the weekend here at the Playboy Club, and they open training camp next week, and pretty soon it'll be NFL football on CBS.
You know, Tim, if I was in Lopez's corner, I would have told him, I said, look, go out and give it all you got for 3 minutes. Back this guy up for 3 minutes. I think that Muhammad is tired enough now that he can't back up. And Lopez is letting him set his own pace now.
And Lopez come forward.
He can come forward behind that left jab, Tim. I think right now it's down to the nitty-gritty. The championship's on the line, and he could win it right that way.
Well, I do agree with you, and he is in great physical condition. We've emphasized that. He's shown it in this fight. And that would appear to be good advice for Gil Clancy.
The outside, Tim, Muhammad throws those big wide punches. They have so much strength and power. Even when he hits them on the arms, he moves them. But inside, Lopez is punching faster and harder.
We're in round 12. And using the term grueling, and I think it's the most apt adjective for this fight. Again, blood from that cut between the eyes of Lopez, but does not appear to be a factor. Muhammad might have thought when it opened that he was going to be able to work on it, but Lopez has survived, and he pulled it from him.
Lopez has stopped punching.
Muhammad doing the work here in the 12th round. Of course, he's got to keep working if he wants to retain his title.
Lopez is not going to walk out with that title, Tim, unless he turns it on.
You can see Sam Solomon doing his work in the corner, trying to get Muhammad to throw more punches, be first on. Muhammad throwing combinations with Lopez backed up on the ropes here now.
Lopez is not punching back.
Good left to the body from Muhammad. Lopez gets back to the right hand, and now nothing. Minute to go in round 12. They're toe-to-toe again. Muhammad with a good flurry here in the 12th round. The champion going to the body and coming up to the head.
Muhammad is dead tired right now, but he's got a champion's heart.
There is more blood now from the cut of Lopez. Uppercut lead for Muhammad. Under 30 seconds to go in round 12. Champion on the attack once more, but he's tired. They're both tired.
He's tired, but he wants it. He wants to keep that championship.
The jab landed from Muhammad. Lopez showing more fatigue here in the 12th round. Final seconds of round number 12. And a good finishing flurry by Lopez at the bell. The champion, Mэтью Саад Mухammed, since the 9th round, has been staging a comeback here after Lopez, at least in our cards, had a commanding lead. And now the challenger has got to somehow get himself going again. Round 13. Well, he wants to win this fight.
Well, Lopez came out this round with a purpose, Tim. He snapped off 4 jabs right away. That's what I said. If he can back Muhammad up, he's going to do it. But he has to back him up. He has to make up his mind that he wants to win that title, and he wants it badly.
The 4th opportunity for Yaki Lopez.
There it is. There's that left hook counter. That's what he has to do. He has to move those hands.
Good right hand by Franklin. Staggered Lopez. Backed him into the ropes, but Lopez comes off well.
This is a war.
Tremendous punishment handed out by both fighters over the course of this fight. We're in the 13th round. Good right hand from Lopez. Left hook from Lopez. Another right hand. Muhammad again electing to just lay there, get some rest, and not throwing punches.
You notice that Muhammad got moved off his feet with that little cuff. He doesn't have his legs on it too good right now, but neither one of the legs are too good with the punishment that they've taken and the pace that's been set in this fight.
Gil Clancy with Tim Ryan and Dick Stockton live from the Playboy Club in Great Gorge, New Jersey. Some blood from the nose of the champion, Muhammad. Right hand lead fell short. A good rally by the challenger Lopez, who had fallen back some in the previous 4 rounds.
But Muhammad is working. Lopez is fighting in spurts. Muhammad gets off first every time. They look at each other again, and then Muhammad gets off first. Lopez has to get off first. He wants to do it.
Under a minute to go in the 13th round. Good left jab from Muhammad landed. Lopez jabbing back but missing. There's that uppercut lead again. Lopez off balance there, was not rocked with a punch. That one rocked him. A straight right from Muhammad. Sent him back into the ropes. The champion really working now with 30 seconds left in the 13th round. No damage done in that last exchange. Arm-weary Muhammad just unable to get any sting on those punches. Final seconds of the 13th round. They're both bone-weary. Sam Solomon in the champion's corner, and there you are looking at Mэтью Саад Mухamмад receiving last-minute attention there as we head into the 14th round, and it would appear that the champion has pulled this fight back to a very close situation, as Yaki Lopes had been the early leader, at least the way we've been seeing the fight, and the champion has come on since round 9, and they're still trying to get the tape correctly on the challenger's glove, Yaki Lopes, and now we're underway in the 14th round. A tremendous light heavyweight championship. More of the same next week, WBA version.
And every time they stand in front of each other and confront each other, Muhammad gets off first. This championship is up for grabs, but Lopez has to get off. There's the champ getting off first again. They're telling the champ in his corner he's got to go, and he's getting off. I don't know what Lopez is thinking about.
Right hand, down goes Lopez. A right hand followed by a left hook.
He was hurt, Tim. He's shaking his head to clear the cobwebs.
First knockdown of the fight. Lopez is up and ready to resume, but he was
rocked. Here comes the freight train now. Here he comes.
We're in the 14th round. The champion with a right and a left sent the challenger Lopez to the canvas. And there's a solid left hook from Muhammad.
Tim, you know, seeing Lopez score like that, that's better than
down he goes again.
Down again.
And that might be it, as the champion Muhammad with a comeback here late in this fight from round 9 on. Looks like he's retained his championship, but Lopez is not ready to quit yet.
Looks like Lopez's nose is broken, Tim. He's bleeding heavily from the nose now. That one left hook did it.
He's in trouble, and Muhammad just measuring him now. The champion would appear to have retained his title. Lopez is done. There is no 3 knockdown rule. It's at the discretion of the referee, Valdemar Schmidt. And he's going to try it once more. He's been down 3 times in this round. Lopez in extreme trouble here, valiantly trying to stay alive in a fight that he led early. But the champion trying to come up with a big one to finish him.
His adrenaline is up now, Tim. He saw him fall down. That's like 5 minutes rest.
Good right hand. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. The referee has said it is all over. And Mэтью Саад Mухаммad with a 14th round knockout of challenger Yaki Lopes has retained the WBC light heavyweight championship.
Look at the end.
Well, Yaki Lopes, who, as we saw it, had a commanding lead all the way into the 9th round, simply ran into a champion who battled back and got stronger as the fight went on, wound up with a knockout victory in the 14th round. Lopez valiantly getting up from the canvas 3 times before finally the referee, Valdemar Schmidt, said that's enough. And Sаад Mухamмad has now successfully defended his WBC crown for the 4th time.
Tim, this is a case of where the champion he would not give up that title. He would not give it up.
He sure would not, and he did not. And we'll return to talk with him after this commercial message. All right, there's the champion, Mэтью Саад Mухamмad, defending his title for the 4th time, WBC version of the light heavyweight crown. Here's the official announcement from announcer Frank Shane, a 14th round knockout.
2 minutes, 3 seconds of the 14th round. The winner by a TKO, and still the world
against the challenger we had ahead on our card, Yaki Lopes. And Dick Stockton will be talking with the champion and the challenger when we return.
All right, no way. Yaki Lopes, and you were winning this fight. I'm sure you knew it going into the late rounds, especially after the 8th. Tell me about your thoughts.
Yeah, I got a little bit tired, see. My legs.
You got tired.
Going a little bit, you know, and then I start battling with him. See, that's my whole problem there. See, I start go put it two with him.
In other words, you couldn't do anymore. You wanted it, but you knew you couldn't do it, and he was strong.
Tired, and I get caught with a good left foot. And I go down, and I get up all right, see, but then he caught me with the left foot again. And I go down.
Is this it for you? This is your fourth title shot, Yaki.
Well, that's my fourth title shot, see, but
okay.
I think the crowd love me.
All right, they do. Congratulations in defeat.
I just want to say hello to my mom and to all my amigos in California.
All right, Yaki Lopes. Let's bring in Sаад Mухаммад right now. Mэтью Саад Mухаммad, the champion here, who defended his title. We're going to take a look. Sаад, congratulations. Look right there at the last round. You're going to look at the 14th. Describe it.
Well, right there, I'm trying to set Yaki Lopes up. I'll tell you, he's a very outstanding boxer. I think that, you know, a lot of critics, said about Yaki not really being in shape for this fight. But I think he's in tremendous shape. Well, right now, I'm trying to set him up with the right hand, and I was taking my time. You know, the pace was very fast in the beginning. Right there, I threw a right hand, left hook. And the combination.
He just told us that he was just too tired to go on. He was tired after that 8th round.
I was very tired too. That's why my pace wasn't up to par. But like I said, the pace was very fast in the beginning.
He tested you today, didn't he? Tell us.
He tested me very well, but it proved that I am the undisputed light heavyweight champion. I'd like to say, first of all, assalamu alaikum to all the Muslim brothers.
Let me ask you, I got a question for you. You didn't throw your right hand when you had him against the ropes. There he goes down once more, and you just totally overpowered him in the 14th. For a while, it looked like you might have had a hurt right hand because you weren't throwing it.
I hurt my right hand. You know, really, I hurt it during training. But, you know, I just took my time. I want to give my thanks to Sam Solomon, my trainer, Adolf Ritaco, for really helping me out and milk out.
All right, here's the finish. Okay, I want to just ask you one other thing. You told us yesterday you want to unify the light heavyweight division. We have Mustafa Muhammad next week. And, of course, you want, still search for your identity. Is that paramount of everything?
That's right. Well, that's the truth. I want to unify the title. And it is a search being for my, watch out for my parents, $10,000. So I'm quite sure that hopefully someone will come up with my belly.
Congratulations. You were tested, but you regained your title, and that's the idea.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
All right. That was Mэтью Саад Mухаммad, who finished off a game warrior, Yaki Lopes, and we'll be back with more thoughts here in New Jersey in a little while. And, of course, we'll have more of the British Grand Prix. A tremendous war, a great fight this afternoon. We'll be back later to talk about it, and we will return with the CBS Sports Spectacular after this word from your local station.